Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
27-yard line.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup up there, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 87 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, Good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jones throwing on first down. The quick slant caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That's good.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And they will run it with Michelle. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And that ball is caught by D.J. Chark for the Jags touchdown. D.J. Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He was taken down by Cassius Marsh. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
To carry on Johnson. Darren Lee on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he stopped immediately there. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
No gain on
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give. This is Michel pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
That's
just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete.
Jones pass complete to LaVisca Chenault. Brings up 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A gain of 5. 1st down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
29-yard line.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Michel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Javon Leak, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Jaguars 13, Lions 7. Josh Lambo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Darren Lee.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Down, Detroit.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Flush to his right. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Stafford eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And that will get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start with a handoff to Johnson. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Stafford. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. he did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Off play action. Jones. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lambo to add on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Jaguars 20, Lions 10. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Here we go with Johnson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And this is incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Number 30.
Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Complete to Bryant. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
It's funny, partner, you often hear how tough it is for a rookie receiver to adjust to the NFL. I think the same is true for tight ends. You're asking them to do a lot in the NFL game with the additional blocking that many of them didn't have to do in college. And T.J. Hockenson, he was a number 8 overall pick in 2019 and had a good rookie season with 32 catches. I expect that number to go way up as he gets more comfortable with the NFL game. A nice catch right there for a first down.
It's caught. Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Stafford going to get this one to Johnson, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Lions.
On first down, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. Back. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Stafford, escaping the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Matthew Stafford, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
Jaguars 26, Lions 23.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
At the 30-yard line.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's good.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. From the 38, Jones. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 9. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. Connection made with Chenault. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
No gain on the play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing Jones. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
2-yard gain.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.